everyone. Welcome to Nancy Reagan RN. I'm your host, Nancy Reagan. Here on Nancy Reagan RN, we are family. We are open to any questions that you may have, so don't be shy, okay? On today's show, we will be discussing diabetes. I think it is important to talk about this because it is such a huge epidemic in the U.S. and all around the world. By a show of hands, does anyone here have a loved one or know someone who has been diagnosed with either type 1 or type 2 diabetes? It is increasingly prevalent. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, type 2 diabetes accounts for about 90 to 95% of all diagnosed cases, and type 1 diabetes accounts for the other 5%. So how do we deal with such a diagnosis? We have a few guests joining us today who will be sharing a little information with us about how telemedicine and informatics and technology play a major role in helping manage both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So let's go ahead and jump right in. If you would please help me introduce our first guest, Bob Saget. Mr. Saget is a representative for Dexcom. This company is responsible for the newest continuous glucose monitoring system. This is an amazing life-changing, life-saving system for those who struggle with this disease. So, Mr. Saget, would you please come on out?
Woo! Yay!
Hello, Nancy. Thank you for having me.
Yes, well, hello, Bob. Thank you for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing well, very well. What a great turnout today.
Yes. So, Bob. All right, well, Bob, so you work for Dexcom Company? Can you tell us a little about this Dexcom device? How did it come about? How does it all work? I hear it's pretty amazing.
Yes, Nancy, those are some great questions. I'm going to answer them right now. So as far back as the 60s, people have been using backpack insulin and glucagon pumps. We definitely have come a long way since then. Dexcom was founded in 1999.
Wow, is that right?
Yes. We all know how complex managing diabetes can be, but with Dexcom, diabetes data reporting and management are now made simple.
Wow, guys, that's great. So how does it all work?
Well, the system comes with a few different pieces, all of which have their own part in making this work. There's the applicator, which stores the sensor. There's also something we call the transmitter. And then, of course, the receiver. There are numerous videos and tutorials on how to apply the sensor and start your device. But to sum it up for you, you place the applicator gun against your abdomen or your outer arm, kind of like getting a shot. It has an adhesive area that sticks to your skin. You will then inject the sensor into your skin. It's very simple and it doesn't hurt. Once that's all set, the adhesive area that is stuck to your skin has a small area specially designed for the transmitter. You lock the transmitter in place and it has access to the sensor that is under your skin. Once this is done, you simply turn on the receiver and press the controls to Start Sensor. Here's the best part and why it's become so popular. You can download the app to your smart device or computer, and you can access your blood sugar levels straight from your device.
Wow, Bob, that is just amazing. Can you tell us about some of the other advantages of Dexcom?
Well, Nancy, for starters, you can manage your diabetes off your smart device. It also helps to reduce hypoglycemia and reduce your A1C. It monitors your blood sugar while you're sleeping, and once it's been placed, you can leave it for up to 10 days. So you don't have to worry about the constant pricking and checking of your blood sugar. It will simply alert you if you have fallen out of your normal range.
Well, that is just incredible. Who would have thought managing your diabetes could be made so simple? Right, audience? All right, so moving right along, I am so thrilled to meet our next guests, Tina and Katherine. Tina is a mother of 2. Her daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at age 2. Poor baby. She is here to share with us a little of their story and how this new technology has really helped to manage her daughter's diabetes. Also, Katherine, who has been recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, she had a few questions for Kyle and myself about what the best option for her and her busy life would be. So please, if you wouldn't help me welcome Tina and Katherine. Alrighty, ladies, how are you guys today?
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So Tina, I'll start with you. What has it been like for you and your family dealing with this?
Well, for starters, having my daughter diagnosed with this at such an early age was very scary for us.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know a lot about diabetes, and the constant finger pricks were very hard on her.
I bet.
The maintenance alone was very difficult. When we found out about Dexcom, we felt a sense of relief and assurance. It wasn't going to make her diabetes go away by any means, but it truly was a lifesaver, and it just helped us be able to better manage what we had going on.
Yes. So can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah. When we got Dexcom, my daughter was so happy we weren't having to constantly stick her to check her sugar.
Mm-hmm.
For her father and I, the fact that the system allows us to have up to 5 people that can access her levels was such a weight lifted off our shoulders.
Wow.
We get to see everything that she's seen on the Dexcom app, so we are able to help manage her diabetes while she's at school or at a friend's house. This was really important to us because not only did it put us at ease, but our daughter was able to live with a sense of normalcy. Her daily activities were less interrupted because of Dexcom. Sometimes it was like she didn't even have it. She could just be a kid. Even for me, I am a nursing student trying to raise a family. I am constantly on the go with all her checkups. But with Dexcom and with telemed, I was able to cut these completely in half because with this new system, her doctors have access to all of her information. And we're able to email, FaceTime, text her doctors to update them and just to talk to them.
Wow.
This is such a huge benefit. Telemedicine, technology, and informatics are just such a wonderful thing for a busy family like ours.
Yes. Well, that is just such great news, Tina.
Thank you.
So glad to hear that these new ways of managing health and all that have really just come through for you and your family.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So Katherine, you were diagnosed a little over 6 months ago, you said. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So yeah, could you tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah, of course. So, well, after having been diagnosed, I was just incredibly surprised. I was also scared at first. I didn't really know what to expect, but I did a lot of research on this diagnosis because, I really wanted to know more and know exactly what was going on.
Right.
So, first and foremost, I had to make some major lifestyle changes. I came across a lot of new information about technology that they have for basically helping to manage type 1 and type 2
Right.
diabetes. It really helped me feel more okay with what is going on and that this isn't going to be as bad as I thought it was. With a little help, this is very doable. And when it all comes down to it, you really have to be willing to change and to accept change.
Right. I agree. Well said, Katherine. So you mentioned having a few questions for Bob and for myself.
Yes. So when I started educating myself about my diagnosis, I came across some articles on this new artificial pancreas and, of course, tons of stuff on the Dexcom devices. I am a busy person nowadays, and so having found a new love for health and fitness, I just wanted to know if this would be a good fit for me as far as which option.
Yes. So this artificial pancreas, I've read a lot about these myself. So this system would be one of the newest technologies. It is an incredible system. It is the only FDA-approved insulin pump that automatically delivers basal insulin to control blood glucose levels. However, Catherine, unfortunately for you, it is a system specific to the type 1 diabetes. So Dexcom, on the other hand, helps to manage both type 1 and type 2 diabetes, and this may just be the best way to go for you.
Oh, wow. Well, that is so good to hear.
Yes.
So, Mr. Saget, if you wouldn't mind, I have a few questions for you.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I have time.
Oh, my goodness.
Mr. Saget.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Mr. Saget, you scared me.
Yes, ask away.
Well, I've heard you mention earlier that the sensor is inserted in your body and that the area around it that holds the transmitter is used with an adhesive. So I was wondering about that adhesive because I have a latex allergy.
That is a very good concern, Catherine. I'm going to tell you right now. So, the Dexcom adhesive is a pressure-sensitive acrylic adhesive. It has a polyester spun laced fabric. There are no latex or bovine components in the adhesive, so it is completely safe for you or for anyone with latex allergies.
Great! Also, I do lots of sports and running and swimming and a lot of exercise that causes me to sweat. So is this device waterproof?
Well, the applicator is not waterproof. However, once the adhesive is properly placed, it is completely safe for you to shower, sweat, drown, swim, anything you can think of, really.
Oh, my.
Wow, well, I don't know about drowning. I don't plan on doing that anytime soon.
Oh, it was a joke, I thought.
Well, I also would like to know just how accurate these readings are.
Well, we're all aware of the mishaps of technology. It's inevitable. However, the Dexcom system is one of the most accurate continuous glucose monitors on the market to date.
Yes.
They have been associated with improved patient outcomes as a result of patients' increased cognizance of their glucose levels. Once it's been placed, go ahead and check your blood sugar level and make sure it's reading accordingly. If it happens to be completely out of range or just doesn't seem right, you may not have inserted it correctly. So in that case, just do it right the next time. Once it's in the correct place, you shouldn't have any problems.
Well, that is really good to know. Thank you very much, Mr. Saget.
You're welcome. I'm just glad I could help, and I really do hope you consider using our system. I think you're going to be really satisfied with it if you do.
Well, thank you all so very much. And folks, that is all the time that we have for today. I want to thank our guests today for sharing their experiences and their stories with us. A special thanks to Mr. Bob Saget, our Dexcom rep, for all his help with today's topic, how new technology and informatics has really helped in the management of diabetes. Let's remember just how far we have come, folks. To be able to monitor your sugars from your smart device is just truly amazing. If you have any questions about this system or you know anyone who is struggling to manage their disease and may be interested in purchasing the new Dexcom system, please check out their website at www.dexcom.com. There's also a number available for you to call as well. Thanks again, folks, and we'll see you next time on Nancy Reagan, RN. You have yourself a happy, healthy day.